Probably heard over and over that you need a target market. But why? I can sell to anybody. And I get it. Yes, you can sell to anybody for some of you. But having a target market is going to be very helpful. And I'm going to go through why you want that target market, as well as a couple other things in today's video. Hi, I'm Tiffanie Kellog, excited to be here on Facebook Live with you as we talk about and answer the question, how do you choose a target market? So in the chat box, if you want to, in the comments section, if you want to, do you love or hate the idea of a target market? And if you have a target market that you want to share with us, we'd love to have you share, because we'll share a couple examples here in a little bit. Now, on today's conversation, we're going to essentially have 3 conversations plus a little bonus at the end. First, we're going to talk, what is a target market really? Though more importantly, number 2 is, why is it necessary to have a target market? I mean, here's the thing. Can you have a business that works without a target market? And I think the answer is yes. You can survive in your business. You can make ends meet. If you want to thrive in your business, it's going to be important to have a target market, and we'll explore why that is. A third thing we're going to talk about is, how do you choose? Out of all of these people in the world, how do you choose who do you want to be that ideal client? And as a bonus at the end, so if you're struggling to choose, okay, who could be my target market? How do I communicate that? Well, I'll give you a simple way to take a look at, who could be your best paying clients. So it'll be a nice little exercise to help you out. So starting off, let's define target market, and I'm going to read the definition for you. Target market is a specific groups of consumers at which a company aims its products and services at. And so to me, the target market is a linchpin in really being able to create your success, because here's who we're aiming our efforts and energy towards. Now, even McDonald's, who has billions of dollars that they spend in advertising, still have different ways that they market to different groups of folks. If they weren't going after a specific group, they wouldn't have healthy options nowadays. Okay, I get that they're still not necessarily healthy, but it's a key play. And the second question that I said we would answer is, why do you have a target market? And I think there's a couple of different reasons. The first is, we want to know where we're heading. Where are we putting our time, energy, and effort into? If I'm trying to sell to everybody in the world, billions and billions of people, it's going to take me a long time. And even if I narrow it down to my country or my state, or, oh my gosh, in Tampa Bay area that I'm in Florida, there's a couple of million people nearby. Do I have either the money, the time, or the energy to market to that group of people? I remember a couple of years ago, I was having a conversation. I was doing a program when we were talking about target market, narrowing down your target market. And the gentleman shared, Tiffanie, my target market is the entire state of Florida. I'm like, all right, cool. And how much money are you putting into your marketing efforts? He's like, oh, I'm doing it all word of mouth. I was like, all right, totally get you. And so if you're going after the whole state of Florida, how much time are you willing to put into your referral marketing plan that you're working each and every week? And he said 10 hours. So I did the math, and I was like, okay, you're located in Gainesville. Let's say you have a client or a prospect that you want to talk to down in the Miami area. I have no idea how long of a drive. From Tampa, it's about a 5-hour drive down to Miami. So Gainesville's 2 hours north, so 7 hours. So you're going to leave Gainesville, drive 5 hours, realize that you're almost done with your marketing by the time you get back to driving home. And so you spent 10 hours in the car and haven't actually talked to any prospects. And he's like, oh. And here's the thing when it comes to target market. It's not that everybody in your target market, or that people have to be your client in order to be in your target market. It's just, where are we aiming towards? If I'm trying to get to my ideal client, are there going to be other people that come along the way that could be clients of mine? Definitely. Just because they don't fall in your target market doesn't mean that you can't take them. To me, it's kind of like, where am I at? And so I'm going to use a fishing analogy, though I don't fish too very often. If I'm going fishing and I happen to be, because I like tuna, trying to catch tuna, and instead I catch a grouper or a mackerel, I don't even know if they're in the same areas. Please don't judge me. That to me is totally fine. I've got something, it's a bonus. And so it's not that you have to have every client of yours be in your target market, though. If we think about it, when it comes to your target market, wouldn't it be amazing if all of your clients you loved working with and paid you well? We'll talk about that more in the next section, but I want to talk a little bit more first about, why to have a target market. I mentioned how much time, energy, and effort do you have, and money, to go after your target market. And so I think it's important for us to know, where are we going to spend our time? Where are we going to spend our money? It's one thing to say, let me go after all of Tampa Bay or whatever city that you're in. However, could you do a neighborhood or a small suburb or a small community inside the city where you have a bigger and better chance of creating some staying power? I was a marketing major in college, and they talk about, when it comes to advertising, do you want to do one ad in 6 papers once, or do you want to do one ad in one paper 6 times? And that repetition is what makes powerful. And so to me, if I only have the option of let me do a little bit versus let me get in deep, that's what I'm looking for. And I think about, if I'm looking at the difference between a shotgun approach, let me spray and see what I get, versus a laser. The laser gives much better results, much, finer detail, and you're really able to get into that. And I mean, I like the lasers like lightsabers. Come on, Star Wars, that's fun. However, we get better results. It's more focused. And so I think sometimes when people are like, I can work with anybody, we're missing an opportunity. Now, David asked, hey, so my target market is small businesses. So I love the idea of starting, David, with this small businesses. However, do know that 99% of the businesses in the United States are actually classified as small businesses. So it's really not narrowing it down very much. And that's going to be our goal when it comes to our target market, is we want people to be able to think, if I said small business, it's kind of vague. If instead I said I'm looking for the bald or balding male restaurant owners, now our mind is beginning to go to that and looking for, oh, wait, who do I know that? And here's the great thing about the mind. Some of you may be thinking, well, I know the bald or balding person that's not a restaurant owner. Could that be a good referral? Sure. How about the restaurant owner that's female with all of her hair? Could that work? Sure. It's interesting the way the human mind, we can go from really specific and work our way out, but we can't go from really generic and work our way in. So we want to paint this picture, because to me, the last reason that it's important for us to have a clearly defined target market is that it helps our referral sources find that person. Let me know in the comments, do you find that when you're specific about whom you're looking for, it's easier for people to refer you, or not so very much? Oops. All right, so the next conversation I wanted to have is how to choose your target market, because there's this huge group of people out there, and if you can sell to everybody in the world, how do I choose? And so the first thing that I think about is, okay, of all of the clients out there, who are the clients that I like to work with the most? And who are the clients that make me the most money? And I think you're wanting a combination of the two, because if the clients that you love working with don't make a lot of money for you, probably not a good target market. And if the people that you make a lot of money with you don't like working with, again, not a good target market. So our goal is we want to create some clients that, if every single client of yours was in your target market, to me, then it's like work doesn't even feel like work. I'm surrounding myself with people that I love to work with, and as a bonus, they pay me what I deserve. And it's not that we're trying to get greedy or anything. It's that, we have to make a living. That's how the economy works. Though sometimes I hear people say, I'm targeting doctors and attorneys. Why? Because they have money. Not a good fit. I think you need to have a connection. So during the Ignite Your Business program, we talk about your emotionally charged connection. Some people call this your story or your why. And I think that when we can connect with people, it's a stronger bond. And so I'm looking for my target market to have that in common with me. So a big part of why I do what I do is helping people live the life they desire. We don't know how much time we have left on this earth, and so we have to make the most of it. And so I love working with entrepreneurs and the business owners that while they really want that successful business, they also want to have fun in life. Whether it's spending time on the boat, riding horses, going golfing. I'm looking to work with those people that have those hobbies that they want to spend more time doing, because it gives them joy in addition to the job that they have. So to me, I think it's important that we like working with them, we make money, and we have that emotional connection. We share those same core values. We have the same it's not that they have to be, hey, are you the same religion? Are you the same political party? I'm not saying that part of it, but we have to connect and have that same belief. And as I mentioned earlier, if they're not in your target market, I think that's okay if you have clients. If they come to you, but you don't want to be marketing to those folks. And when it comes to describing your target market, oftentimes you can use demographics, psychographics, things of that nature to paint us a picture. And your goal is you want to be objective, not subjective. I did a speaking engagement at the Chamber of Commerce, and the gal that was working through the example shared, I'm looking to work with mature women. Yeah, that could go a lot of different ways in a lot of different directions. And it ended up she was looking to work with women that were 18 and older. And when I think of mature women, that is not what I'm thinking about. Hey, Adele, glad to have you joining us here today. Just saw you pop on. Yes, mature women, 18 and older. And so your goal, and I'm going to grab my 4.5 networking mistakes. That's a book about how to network. And we talk a little bit about target market. But one of the eTiffanies I share inside the book is describe your target market so clearly that others quickly form a picture of the client as you have in mind. And so our goal is, how do we create a picture so that if I share, here's my target market, you can go out there and find those people for me. If you're a marketing agency, you can say, yes, I know what magazine, what radio show to put you in front of. To me, target market is the number one thing that you're going to want to do in order to create your success in your business. Again, can you be successful without a target market? You can survive without a target market. To thrive, you're really going to need it. Now, if you're sitting here thinking, Tiffanie, I'm kind of struggling with this idea of who gives me the most pleasure as a client, who brings me profit, who do I connect with? So here's the bonus exercise I promised at the beginning of the live. I recommend make a list of your top 10, 15, or 20 clients. These are people that you love working with, that pay you well, that you enjoy being around. And then it's a spreadsheet, or put it on a whiteboard, or just a sheet of paper, and list all of their names, and then begin going through some categories. So if you're selling business to consumer, what's the age, race, religion, marital status? Do they own the home or do they rent? Things, how many cars, pets, kids, grandkids. Demographics. You can go Google demographics. There's a bunch. If you're in the business to business world, you might want to think about what's the ownership structure of the business. How many employees? How many vehicles, computers, phones? Who is their target market? Are they represented online? What social media platforms are they on? And take a look and see, what do your top 10, 15, or 20 clients have in common? And what comes out may surprise you. I remember I was working with a coach, and she was kind of struggling with this, and she's like, I don't know what they have in common. And we did this with 20 of our clients, and there was one outlier, but 19 of them were conservative white males over 40 driving pickup trucks, Republican Party, in the county that she lived in. And it was like, then it began to paint this picture of, here is exactly who she's looking for. And that's our goal. We want to paint that picture so that if I said, here's whom I'm looking for, you can find it. Your advertising agency can find it. Facebook, oh my gosh. Like, I talk to people all the time, and they're doing Facebook ads, and okay, they're probably doing it wrong, because 95% of the time that you don't want to boost Facebook ads, though that's something that Jim Posick, who's one of my networking acquaintance, somebody that I know in my network who's awesome. I've done her program. She talks about doing Facebook ads, why not to boost, how to boost. But a key even in boosting your Facebook ads is, to whom do you want to boost this to? And the more specific you can be, the more niche you can be, the more focused you can be. Think about that laser, and the results that you're going to create are phenomenal. So that's a little bit here today about how to choose your target market. I will put in the comments, we do have an online program. It's free, 5 weeks. It's called MORE Referrals, 5 Steps to Referral Success. And the goal of that is to help you get more referrals. Step 1 is target market. And I actually have a couple more examples, a worksheet, and some other things to help get us going. And be sure to check my Facebook page, facebook.com/TiffanySpeaks/events. as I will be posting every week. We'll be doing a Facebook Live answering a question that will hopefully help you get more money, more time, and more fun. Thanks everybody out there in Facebook world. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so very much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to get updates when we have new content coming out. And I love when you like and comment below. Let us know how you're going to use today's information.